What is going on? Hey, today we're going to talk about how to grow your lawn care business on autopilot, get leads coming in 24/7, people that are already looking for you online. All right, so let's not waste any more time and we'll get right into it. Okay, I'm going to make this quick. I'm going to make it as simple as possible. No edits. I'm just going to run through it here for you. We're on Google. I'm sure every single one of you has used Google before. I want you to go onto Google, type in lawn care and your location, okay? Or any location that you want. I did Woodland, California, location near me. Just gonna give that as an example. Now, when you get there, whether you do it on your phone or on the computer, it doesn't matter. You want to be in these top 3 spots, okay? This is called the Google Map Pack, the 3-pack. There's been a lot of different names over the last, decade that I've been doing this. But what you really want to be focused on is, how do I get in here? These 3. Why? Because people who are looking up lawn care in Woodland, whether it's on their phone or on their computer, most of the organic traffic coming through there are going to click and call one of these 3 businesses. It's just psychology, human nature, right? You see them at the top, you see reviews, you just assume, oh, these are the best companies. Okay, maybe they are, maybe they're not. They're at the top. So you want to get yourself into these top spots, right? On a computer, they're going to be able to click through to your website. On a phone, you're going to actually see a click to call button where they can click on their phone and just call you right away. Now, the next issue is that, I bet you if I called all of these businesses, 2 out of 3 wouldn't answer their phone, which that's a completely separate issue. We're not going to go into it right now. But either way, the majority of these businesses at the top here in this 3-pack are going to be getting most of the calls. So you're probably wondering, your next question is, well, how do I get into this 3-pack? Okay. And I could spend the next 10 videos going deep into details on how to do that. I wish I could say it was just ABC and you're done. It's not that simple. But what I can do is I can give you a framework and a, kind of a system that you can follow to start making your way there, or at least understanding, okay, I can kind of see how that's working. And it really is it's like a flywheel, and you'll see what I mean here in a minute. But the first thing is, I don't care if you don't even have a website right now. I don't care about you need to have a Google business profile. And if you do not have one right now, you need to go set one up. Go to Google, type in Google business profile, and click create a business profile. Now, again, I don't have time to sit and go step by step on how to set this up. You're going to have to get it verified and do all that. But work on that right now. Do nothing else but work on getting a Google business profile, okay? And once you have that up and it's verified, the very first thing that you need to start doing is optimizing that Google business profile. So you can see, if I click through right here, here is this company's profile, and you can see they have 28 photos, right? So you need to start loading this thing up with photos and videos of jobs that you do in the different locations and descriptions, and really building it out on a consistent basis. So every job be posting, be uploading. That's one of the first signals that Google wants to see, is that you have some type of consistency, you're uploading, you're filling this out. It's a real working business that is running this profile, right? And so, I would bet that most companies are not consistently uploading photos and videos and Even getting family and friends to come in here and ask questions, right? If your customers are not coming in here to ask a question, get a family and friends to come in there and ask a question and reply to those questions, okay? That's the first thing. Your Google business profile and filling it out, fully optimizing it to the best of your ability. Again, I could release tons of videos telling every single detail on how to do that. I just don't have the time, okay? The next thing, so you have your Google business profile is the first thing. The next part of this flywheel is that you need to have a website. It's 2025. If you don't have a website in 2025, you are severely at a disadvantage, okay? If you're trying to get organic leads and traffic through Google. And you might be saying, well, how much business, really flows through here? I have built plenty of these, 150 calls a month. Tree services, we're getting 70 to 80 to 90 calls a month. Like, this is not something that you can ignore. I know that word of mouth is the holy grail. Yes, you can be building that. Yes, you can put out flyers, door hangers, and signs, but you can't neglect the amount of people that are online searching for what you have to offer, right? And being in these top 3, you're already kind of pre-selling them. They already in their mind psychologically think, well, these companies must be some of the best. Okay? So you need to have a website. And what a website is going to do, it's going to give Google one more signal that you are legitimate. It's going to give Google a, reassurance that this is a real business, right? And now I'm not just saying any website. Anybody these days can throw up a website, guys. You can go to Squarespace or Wix and put up a website. But your website needs to be optimized, okay? Like, even clicking through on this website, I could put up a new site and I will eventually outrank these guys. I'll be sitting at the top because there's just things I can see that they're not doing. Simple things like a heading 1 tag, right? Your title, your H1. It's the most important thing on your page. Should have your location, right? So if you're offering landscaping services or lawn care, you should be saying, lawn care in whatever your location is. Your H2 should have a variation of your main keyword, okay? And these are things that the average person who's building a site, maybe like these guys, doesn't really know. They think you just put up a website and you're just gonna float to the top. And in locations where there's not a lot of competition, you probably will. Like this, it looks really not that competitive. I can put up a site at this location or help a business in this area and we'll probably be at the top within 5 to 6 months. And that's just because, a lot of these are business owners who are doing it and maybe they haven't done the research. They don't really know what it takes to rank. It takes an optimized website. So whether you go out and learn how to optimize your site, and again, that's not I don't want to scare you, but it's something that's a continual learning process, right? It's not something that you just learn once or you're going to know how to do in the next few months. You can know the basics. You'll probably be better than most business owners. But if you have a marketer or, someone like me who knows the ins and outs, they're just going to come in and dominate. And so if you really want to learn optimization, then go all in and start learning. But let's get back. You need to have a website, a properly optimized website, okay? Not just a good looking site. That's not going to cut it, I like to say, I've said it in probably some of my other videos, it's like having a Ferrari without the engine. Well, what's the point? It looks good, but it doesn't perform. Okay. And so optimized site. So when you have an optimized site and you have an optimized Google business profile, and there's ways that you are linking and those are helping each other grow organically, you're starting to build a flywheel effect, right? Your website's helping your Google business profile, and your Google business profile is then helping your website. So you've got your Google business profile that you're focused on. Then you've got your website that you're focused on. And the very last thing that you really need to be focusing on is pumping as many reviews from your customers through your Google business profile. All right. Now, I know there's Yelp, I know there's Facebook, and those matter as well. But your sole focus in the beginning needs to be Google. And I think that always needs to be your primary focus. Those other ones are good too. If you want to get them to leave reviews there as well, that just boosts everything. But your sole focus needs to be Google. You need to have a system in place that every single job you are pushing people to leave reviews. This is giving Google a signal that your business is credible, and it's also helping just your overall presence online. Okay, so it helps your website, your Google business profile, these reviews. It's just one big flywheel, everything helping everything else. And so those are the three main things. Okay, Google business profile, having it completely optimized, website completely optimized, talking about your different services, your locations, and then reviews. Soliciting your customers for reviews, getting them to leave reviews, rich reviews. And by that, I mean, putting in photos of the job that you did, videos of the job, even testimonials if they want to get on camera. That's even better. Your Google reviews are your salesman 24/7 when before you even talk to a customer. They're pre-selling these people, right? These people are coming in here. I mean, think about it like this. When you go to Amazon to look for a product to buy, I know what I do is I start looking at all of the reviews. Maybe not everybody does that, but I do. I start looking at the reviews, see what people say. I'll look at the photos that they put up. I might even watch a video where someone's showing the product before I even buy. And so a lot of your customers are doing the same thing. They're coming on here, they're seeing these three, and what they're doing is saying, wow, okay, 4.8 stars there, 40 reviews. This company has 4.7 stars, 35 reviews. In their mind, they're already assuming that this company is probably better than this company. Okay? And there's nothing that you can do about that. That's just, it's the psychology of just how humans think, right? 4.8 reviews, 40 reviews, that has more than this, it has higher stars. They must be a better company. So they might go through and start reading the reviews. How good is that going to look if customers are in there talking about your services, or your crew, or the job that you do, how good their lawn looks, whatever it is. They're pre-selling these future potential customers for you, so that when these people pick up the phone and give you a call, if they've been looking through your reviews and seeing how you are as a company, they're already pre-sold. Even better is if you should be responding to every one of those reviews, leaving personalized responses. That's going to show these potential future customers that you are invested in the customers that you have that are leaving reviews. Okay. Now, I know I keep going on and on, so I'm going to finish it up, but you really need to be focusing on the three things: Google business profile, websites, reviews. That's the holy grail right there. There's a lot of moving parts and details. It goes deeper than that. But that is the gist of it if you want to jump in and start trying to grow your lawn care business, and really getting consistent calls and organic growth online. So if you want to go at it, there you go. If you don't have time and you're like, man, I don't have time to do all this, I'm running a business, go below in the description. I have a link there. Fill it out. I'll get in touch with you and we'll see, am I able to even help you? Where are you at? What have you done? What have you not done? And we can kind of go from there. All right, guys, I hope this has helped you. Leave a comment below if you got any questions or anything else, and I'll check you guys on the next one. Take care.